You're on.
How many of us have gotten mad this week? How many of us have felt overwhelmed? Have you ever had that feeling that your life, the kids, relationship, work, the whole world was spinning out of control and there just may be no stopping it? Like you've got your hand on every lever and knob you can think of, and you've pushed every combination of buttons, and the screen still reads, "Emergency!" I can admit that I felt that way. And I can admit that with a lot of help from some professionals, some good friends, a great spouse, and a number of books on the topic, though a lot of these feelings have to do with my attempts to control things beyond my control. Perhaps you're familiar. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And by and large, that wisdom has indicated that the only thing I can change is me. I make a lot of excuses for why I shouldn't have to, but that doesn't change the facts here, at least as I know them. The only thing I truly have power over is me. And the healthiest version of me is the best contribution that I can make to all of those areas of life, kids, relationship, work, the world, all those things that can feel out of control. That realization is not a guarantee of any sort that it makes things easier, but in my experience, it makes challenge feel more like transformation and less like desperation. There's this story I can't get out of my head. It's a story we've talked about before at Missing Piece, but it bears repeating. It's a story about my favorite rabbi. His name's Jesus. And he's journeying with his friends across a large lake. Along the way, he settles in for a rest, but this big, squally, scary storm crops up. The kind of storm that tosses the boat, that soaks its passengers, the kind that just might make you think you'll drown, or like the whole world is coming to the end and you're helpless to stop it. And what does our hero do? He keeps napping. Or at least, he seems to keep napping. And his friends say, I love this part, they say, "Don't you care if we drown?" They can't stand that he's all chill while they perceive the world to be coming to an end. They think he doesn't know, or he doesn't care, or he's ignorant to the very real peril they're in. But if the storm is as bad as all that, don't you think he noticed? My guess is he just decides not to get worked up about it. He decides that getting all flustered isn't going to help matters. Because when things are totally out of control, there's nothing left to do but trust that the arc of history does, in fact, bend towards justice. That the universe is working toward your good. That your loving, divine parent has got you. And whatever the outcome, up to and including death, life will continue with its intoxicating and paradoxical mixture of it's all okay and it's so not. And that is ultimately out of our control anyway. So who do we want to be in the midst of it? My belief is your best life, the best you have to offer the world, your family, and all the rest, lies within doing the things that nourish and make more of you. The real you. The divine you. A child of a loving creator. A beloved friend, someone who matters and is truly enough, just as you are. A victim of unconditional love you can do nothing about, and that is so foreign to our understanding of how this world works. What would you be like if you fully trusted and believed that? What would our families, our community, our world be like? That's what Missing Piece hopes to create space for. Space to nourish and build more of you. To release our white-knuckle grip on this life and trust. To come in contact with the source of all love who wants nothing more than your wholeness and your aliveness. You know what it feels like. Whole, alive, safe, nourished version of you. You've met her. You've met her creator too. So for today, for the next 45 minutes or so, you're invited into the calm despite the storm. A safe and nourishing space for you to spend some time with you. If you decide to keep running around the deck screaming after that, you're welcome to it. But for now, let's settle in for a rest. Leave the world's chaos to the world and lean into wholeness and aliveness. Because I believe more than anything else, the world needs and God wants more alive people. May today's practice encourage that. And may a God beyond the boxes we've built for them be felt. And may you be increasingly more